This, then, is not a material universe as you have thought. This is only your definition of it. It came forth from spirit, and it is spiritual, if you will define it as such. This is orderly, true, basic. If orderly, it is scientific. If scientific, it is intelligent. It is life united with intelligent life. Life coupled to and guided by intelligence becomes volition, and through volition it becomes vocation. Spirit is the primary, vibrating, originating power, and you may enter into spirit and use its power by the simple acceptance or knowing that it does exist. Then let it come forth, and the whole of spirit is at your command. To you it becomes an ever-potent spring of perpetual and original life right within yourself. This does not take long years of study, nor need you go through training or hardships or deprivation. Know and accept that this vibration does exist, then let it flow through you. You are one with great creative mind substance. Thus you know that all things do exist. If you will but see that divine principle, great principle, good principle, God principle, is all that there is, that it fills all space, is all, then you are that principle. And as you stand forth in your Christ dominion and give out this principle, you by your very thought, word, and act, give this principle greater activity. Thus one more has found his dominion and is using God power and sending it out. As you give out this power, it flows to you. As you give, more is pressed upon you to give, and you will find you cannot deplete the supply. This does not mean going into a closet and hiding yourself. This is getting quiet right where you are, even in the busy so-called turmoil of life, under the most trying circumstances. Then life is not turmoil. It is quiet, contemplative, and compulsive. The outer activity is as nothing compared with the greater activity that you now realize and are one with. This is getting quiet right where you are, seeing God standing forth from you, closer than breathing, nearer than hands and feet, with your whole thought action centered on God. Who is God? Where is the God that your whole thought action is centered or focused upon? God is not a great being outside of you that you are going to bring within and then present to the world. God is that power which is generated and exhilarated by your own thought action. It is true that this power is within and all about you, but it is inactive until you think of it and know that it does exist. Then you see it flowing forth from you in limitless measure. You present it to the world, and the world is benefited by your presentation. You yourself must present the accomplishment by putting forth the driving force of all good. God, your Father, the power to accomplish behind every thought and act. Now you are God, fulfilling or filling full the accomplishment. This is God, the true and only God, standing forth from you. You are then God the Father, the husbandman, the amplifier, and the projector, the definite and positive accomplisher. It is then that legions fly to do your bidding. The moment you say wholeheartedly, with reverence and deep meaning, that God is in his holy temple, and know that this temple is your pure body, just as you present it, and as you truly stand today, that you, the true Christ, live one with God right within this temple, and that your exalted body is a holy abiding place, a whole and all-inclusive abode. You are an energizer, an all-including and outpouring vessel for this true and divine principle to flow through. Then you pour out more and more of the God which you are and which you love. You worship, you praise, and with your ever-expanding love you pour out to all mankind that they may see the Christ, the God-man, standing forth triumphant. Now you say with the keenest joy, "Whosoever will, let him come and drink deeply of the waters of pure life." Those who do this will never thirst again. The power you are using in sending forth is God. The Son accomplishes readily what the Father accomplishes. This is also being humble, too, and bowing before this great power. This is true humility, stepping forth in humble mien, one with your own driving force and power. By constantly contemplating, praising, blessing, and giving thanks to this power, you increase its flow, and as you do this, it becomes potent and more readily accessible to you. Thus I say, pray without ceasing. Your daily life is true prayer. By first knowing that this power does exist, then using it with absolute confidence, you soon become wholly conscious of it. You soon know that it is all-inclusive in and through you. If you will but let it flow, it will rush to you in every instant. It flows to you as you let it flow from you. Stand forth as God and give it out. This is God, your Father, in you, and you and your Father are one. Not servants, but sons, sons of first primal cause. All that I am is yours, for you are I am. It is not I who do the work, it is I am in the Father, and the Father in me brings forth the great accomplishment. As you know that you work one with the Father, there are no limitations, no boundaries. You know it as your divine right to accomplish all things. Then follow me only as I follow the Christ, the true Son, the only begotten of the Father. And as I bring forth and present God, I do bring forth God from within. Then will it be said, all are God. The greatest sermon ever given is, Behold God. This means seeing God standing forth in all glory, right within and from you and from all others also. When you behold God and nothing else but God, you love and worship God and God alone. You truly behold God. You are the Lord, the lawgiver, the dispenser of the law. When you pray, enter your closet, the secret chamber of your own soul. There, pray to your Father within, and your Father, who hears, does reward you openly. Pray and give thanks that you are able to give forth more of God to the whole world. Does this not give you a higher and more lofty outlook, a broader perspective, a nobler ideal? Here the talk ended. We all arose from the table, and our friends bade us good night and departed. We stayed on for a time and talked over the experiences, then decided to return to our lodging in the village. As we arose, the thought immediately presented itself, how are we to proceed without a light? And all except the chief voiced this thought. Then he said, You can see how definitely habit fixes itself upon us, and how desperately we cling to old ideas. Here we are, completely immersed in light. It is not dim because of the absence of those we have grown to love so dearly. Is this not an occasion where we can step forth and show our own self-reliance, our own ability to be and to accomplish the things that we have experienced? Let us at least extend this to ourselves and have the courage to take the step toward the accomplishment. We are leaning so hard upon our wonderful friends that it actually hurts to have them leave us for a moment. I can see, as they already know, that if we do not become self-reliant in these small things, we will never accomplish the larger things. And I do not doubt for an instant that they have left in order to give us the opportunity of proving the accomplishment. Let us rise to the emergency and be above it. As we started, one of the party suggested that we meditate on the method of procedure, but the chief in a firm voice said, "No, if we go now. After what we have seen and experienced, we must act and make these acts definite, or we do not deserve any consideration." Whereupon we proceeded down the stairs, through the different rooms, through the tunnels, and down the ladder to the village. As we walked along, our way was completely lighted. Our bodies seemed without weight, and we moved with the utmost ease. We arrived at our lodging overjoyed by the accomplishment. From that time on until we left the village, we traveled where we pleased without artificial light. Our lodges lighted up as we entered the rooms, and the warmth and beauty surpassed any power of description. We retired almost immediately. Needless to say, we did not awaken till late the next morning. And in the next series, I will read chapter 2.